set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
It's a gain of 30. That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's Walker running right. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. His kick is no good. He missed it, but wait just a second. Looks like the penalty flag might bail him out, Brock. I think this is going to be roughing the kicker. They'll get another chance now to knock the point after through. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So after thinking it over, these guys lining up for 2. Play fake, Darnold. Has it at the 2. And he'll get in. That gives him an 8-0 lead. Well, really a dream start at home for this team. They add on the 2-point try, and they are quickly up 8-0.
So much game left, but they trusted that even if the conversion failed, they could make up those points over the course of the game. But even more than that, Kate, what they've done now to this home crowd to get them off their seats, I can't wait to hear the volume when the defense hits the field. When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Right to the air, Burrow. He puts some air under it deep down. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals finish off their opening drive. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown.
It's an old adage, but it's a true adage. Speed kills. And gosh, I love that, Kate. Right from the jump, you don't wait to get your playmaker started. Get him the ball early and put a fear of God into this defense.
Zach Taylor sends in the call. They're going for 2. Burrow will throw for it. And he makes the catch, and just like that, we're right back even at 8 apiece. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. His charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field, Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
And the stop will be made as he gets this up to about the 18. So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. Both teams neck and neck so far. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They're looking at first down here. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Burrow. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
4th down, Burrow. He's got Gesicki complete. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 32.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Handoff now to the receiver. Continuing to move past the 45. Oh, and that play really caught the defense napping. He rips off huge yardage on the reverse. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. They're down to their final 1 in this half. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Straight ahead, it's Brown. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Bengals have a 1st down. Not much scoring to this point as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Lumen Fields coming right up. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 180. Right shot.
They'll run again with Brown. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Burrow to the air now. Catch made by Chase Brown. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
And he's going to be touched down at that spot, which means the effort makes it 1st and goal.
That's good.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
It's a gain of 2, and that halves the distance. It brings up 2nd and goal from the 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Another chance at 6. It's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Brown again. And he will knock it in. The defense holds. Only a yard that time. A defensive stand brewing here, and it brings up 3rd and goal. Now Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
Here we go.
Brown. And this is going to end behind the line. A great stop down in close. So let's see if they want to risk it now on 4th and goal. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. On 4th down, out comes the Bengals field goal team and Evan McPherson. Angling this one in from the right hash to challenge here. McPherson's kick is good. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Shades of the 2009 Super Bowl. They're going onside kick to begin the second half. And the Bengals hands team does its job recovering that kick. All right, partner, are you on board with that call we just saw? Yes, they trailed, but not a huge lead. It's only in the 3rd quarter. Hold it, you jumped the gun. Now they're in a tougher spot because they didn't recover. Did you say no?
No. No. No.
Why not?
Because 95% of the time or so, those things fail. Why would you do that this early? No.
It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the 2 of them.
On 2.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
Now we'll give up the middle to Piron. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Gun. Stop. Right 80. Stop.
Here's Burrow. Has it down close. He's got a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals grow the lead coming out of halftime. T. Higgins, the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Point after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals make it a 10-point ball game.
18. Seahawks 8. Evan McPherson to kick off.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Go set.
Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, looks like the 30.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
2nd and 3 now.
Yo, lady. Go set. Red 80.
From the gun, Darnold. This is a heater going deep. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jordan Battle with the INT. And the Bengals return the interception almost to midfield before the tackle's made. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Here we go.
Give on second, it's Brown. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards. Offense in the hurry up here.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Third down, give to Brown. They go to him again, Brock, and they deny him the line again. That's another loss. This one sets up fourth down. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Trying for it with Burrow. That is Cox. This is Fant working downfield. They hit for 16 yards on fourth down in a drive a lot of us thought it stalled out. He's going to carry on.
Gun.
A gain of 16 yards.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the third quarter. This is the end of the third quarter. The Bengals with it. They've got the lead, but this game is close. Four yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Burrow. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Here we go.
No throw, 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Come on, ready?
First down. First and
11. Here we go.
Brown on the inside give. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Going to the ground again on first. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Bengals holding a 10-point lead. Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
P.I. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Back-to-back runs stop short, and now it leaves him with a big 3rd and goal.
It's your set. 180. Stop.
Running for it with Brown. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Bengals can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals take a 3-possession lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end left. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Here you go, set. Set.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Set. Set.
Darnold now to throw. That's completed right side. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Got to hurry this to the line.
On the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Set.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. This is Cup. That's Cup. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Here you go, set. Set.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Throwing deep here for the end zone. And he's got it in the end zone for the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks get it back to within 2 possessions. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
It's caught. He gets in for the 2. Successful conversion there, but it's still a 9-point deficit. Still a 2-possession game. Wow, what a determined effort there, Brock. We all thought he was going down short of the line, but he fights through the tackle, and the try is successful.
I like that word, determination. It was determination with a capital D. When you get the ball in front of that goal line on these 2 points, you could just feel that entire defense converge. But his effort, his want to, and that determination got them the 2 points.
On 2.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Here we go, here we go. Big 13. Big 13. 11 Thomas. Stop.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals could lock away the win as they make it a 15-point game. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with. Right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the final play of the game.
Go, set.
Here he goes, one final shot. Short pass brought in. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. So the Bengals take this one on the road. And even fighting that dreaded body clock with the West Coast trip, they played their game. They're taking this victory back east with them. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Seattle.